Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to part number 2 for March 2023. It's going to be a flip through. This is a journal that I made with just a single white mailing envelope. It's 9 by 12. I simply fold it in half, make it into a one signature journal. I love how it comes out. It just holds 1 month. That's it. And I have really been enjoying it. So if you want to know how to make your own, you can look in the description box below, and I have a link to journals that I've made, junk journals that I've made in the past, and this is one of them. So check it out if you so desire. So I think we left off in the center. Yeah, right about here. Okay. So on this day, let me just make sure you guys are centered. Okay. Now, the background of this is what is it? It's one of those sponges, right? Let me get one out for you. One of these, okay? One of these sponges and my inks. And I just have different sponges for different colors, put the stencil on there, zhuzh it around, and that's how I do it. And I love the way it comes out. I love how colorful it is. And then over here, I did some gray splotches because on this day, I had been wanting to get the house clean because in here you'll see our kids were coming to visit. And so I like to make sure everything's clean and whatnot. And the sink downstairs, we have like a little kitchenette downstairs. And the sink was full of little specks of paint from whenever the old owners had their handyman, and I use that term loosely, when they ever had their handyman like repaint or do something, freshen up the place to put it up for sale, he cleaned like all of his paintbrushes and whatnot in every single sink of the house because every single one has dots of paints and splashes, whatever. Anyway, that's why those gray splashes are there because I finally went and took my little scraper down there and scraped everything out of the sink and cleaned it all up. So this right here is St. Patty's was the prompt for Allison and Melissa's monthly or weekly prompts, right? They're doing a weekly prompt thing. And this was the third week for March. And let's see on the back here, it was St. Patty's was the word, and what they do is they give you the word and then you do like an acrostic with each letter. Okay, so I just came up with these myself. Some could have been from their live that I saw as well. So yeah, these have been so fun to create. Okay, and yeah, they did do a live for this one, so it was super fun to see everyone's suggestions. So I had scrap, tag, printout, art, tab, thread, yellow, and sparkle. And so I put all those together, and this is how it came out. And this is just a simple photocopy of the of this right here, of this painting. No, not exactly of this painting, because I have two leaves here. It was a different painting, but anyway, nonetheless, still pretty much the same. So that was that. And that was a lot of fun to do. I didn't have a whole lot of writing to do on this page, so I didn't do anything over there. I just did it over here. This is Lydia's from February and June. This is her prompt, and it was feel. What's your comfiest item of clothing that you love right now? And so I drew my slippers out, and I have not drawn in a super long time. And so I'm really thankful to Lydia for these prompts because now I'm drawing again. So I really enjoy drawing. And this was a lot of fun. So I drew my slippers because that is my favorite, especially when I'm sitting in here in my room because the air conditioning vent is right there by my feet. So yeah, usually I'm wearing my slippers. And for some reason we had like a cold snap or a cool snap, what most of you would consider a cool snap. For us, it's a cold snap. But yeah, no walk because it was too cold and it was super windy. So that, of course, makes it even colder. But it was beautifully sunny later. So that's nice. And then I finally cleaned all the paint splatters off the downstairs sink. Oh, I forgot to put sink there. Anyway, yeah. Um, Wanted to make everything clean before the kids came. And yeah, worked on finishing up Bible notes. And that's for the Bible study that I'm doing. And that is through Kanoi at Notes and Hughes. Her link will be below. It's been a really, really great Bible study. It goes all year long. So it's been really nice. Watched our regular show, worked on adding journaling to my journals. And then on this day, speaking of drawings, I was still in the mood to draw. So this one for Lydia's prompt was smell. What scent reminds you of someone special? And that would be my husband. And he has this cologne called Lucky Number 6. And this was just so much fun to draw. I just brought the bottle in here, set it on my table, and just drew it up. This center part right here with the insignia on it, though, I did photocopy. So I photocopied that, stuck that on there, but the rest of it I drew it probably in micron, and then, well, I drew it in pencil first, then traced it in micron, then used colored pencils, Prismacolor colored pencils around it, and then used some white Posca marker to do the highlights. And then this thing here, which I thought was cool, was is the little clip that you put right in here so that if you take it traveling, it doesn't squirt in your purse or in your bag or whatever. So I just put that on a piece of silky trim that I have and thought that that came out super nice. Yeah, I was really proud of that. I did cleaning all day long, like cleaned everything. And then I used this hand mask later because my hands from all the cleaning, I don't wear gloves, and so they were just super dry. So I sat there and did my hand mask, and we watched some of our show. And let me see. Oh, okay. So the kids were coming in this day, Friday. Okay. So it was just my son and his fiance were coming, and my daughter was not coming with them. And so, yeah, we waited out on the dock. And that evening, while we were waiting, I got to see SpaceX launch from my dock. So that was super cool. My husband was like out toward the driveway, and I was like, no, I'll see them in a minute. Can you say selfish? Yeah. Anyway, so that's that. This is actually, I cut the top off and it can be used as a pocket, but I just like to put it in here because I have a thing for packaging, and I'd rather put it in my book and have it in my book than to throw it in the garbage. So on this day here we all are on the dock. Yes. And then my son and his fiance, they wanted to go to an antique place. So we took them to an antique place. They got some beautiful glassware. And then my husband spotted this one. It's a Fenton piece. If you've been on here at all, you know our love for Fenton pieces. This I don't believe is a Fenton piece, but it's one of those chicken nesting boxes. It's so cute. So we got those two things. And that was a lot of fun going with them. And then we went to Twisty Treat, those little, that little like ice cream. It's soft serve ice cream in the little hut thing. And I don't know, it just looks like a sore thumb, but yeah. So everyone, I didn't get ice cream, but everyone else got ice cream, and it was a lot of fun. And before we started out on our trek that day, my son treated us all to Bagel Break, to breakfast. They serve like regular food there too. It's not just bagels, but, and then, yeah, so we just had a great time with the two of them. Just a really great time. Oh, my son's fiance got a bee dish, very similar to the bee dish that it's exactly the same as the bee dish that we got our daughter for Christmas. It's by Tierra Glass, and hers was purple, and it was so cute. Yeah, and they got some other glass pieces as well, and that was a lot of fun. And then my husband made homemade pizza and took it over to Mama and Papa's. Yes, he was still sick at the time, but it's been so long now that I don't believe he was contagious anymore. And he was just dealing with the remnants of it. Excuse me. And so, yeah, our niece and her kids were there, and it was really yummy. My son had wanted homemade pizza for a while. And so my husband made it for everybody. And then when we got home, my husband was just wore out. So he went ahead up and went to bed, and then the kids and I played Pass the Pigs. And then my sweet daughter in law to be came out to the patio and just wanted to have some girl talk, you know? So that was just fantastic, you know? It was fantastic. Yeah. So we had a really nice time. It was a very special time for the two of us. So that was nice. And then this day here, let's see, they left. It was slow. We were slow to get up and go this morning. I did not have a chat with my aunt like I normally do every Sunday because my son and his fiance were still here, but they ended up leaving around 10, and then I just had a chill. We had a cold snap this past weekend and we didn't realize that it was going to be that chilly. But yeah, I just could not get cool or get warm, you know. So I decided to take a nice warm bath, threw some bath bombs in, and I actually watched Janet Nash, sweet Janet Nash, and her videos have been so inspiring to me lately. So if you have not seen Janet's videos, you need to pop over there and see them. She makes all these kinds of junk journals that are just so beautiful. So yeah, go over and check her out. These are just some things that I found online. Keeping myself sharp by regularly asking myself tough questions like what happened yesterday and what was I planning on doing just now? This is one of the reasons I have to journal because otherwise I'd forget everything that happens in my life. And then I thought this was funny. March 17th is over. Please resume your normal nationality. See you all on March 5th when we're all Mexican. I think that's hilarious. Yeah, because Cinco de Mayo. And then I made this cute little tag. It doesn't have anything on it. It's just made from scraps that I had in my bin. And so I enjoyed making that. Still drinking my tea. And then on this day here, yeah, I just made this little cluster here. This came from Happy Mail. The fabric behind it, this fabric right here came from Happy Mail. So this on Monday, so that's interesting. So Sunday, my son and his fiance left, and then Monday morning, my daughter and her girlfriend came. So she had already been out of town at her girlfriend's place. Her girlfriend lives over on the west coast of Florida. So yes, I had no walk. It was too cold out. Yeah, so we're still like in this cold snap. That's why I have this girl dressed all up like she's going skiing. Yeah, because you could have gone skiing here, let me tell you. My daughter and her girlfriend got here. She bought me this really cute pair of flip flops. She has a pair that are just the same. And yeah, I had wanted them, but we couldn't find them in my size. So she happened to be at a store that had them. And yeah, so she picked them up for me. So that was really sweet. 54 to 69 is the temperatures here. That's pretty darn cold for us. We had the live, love, laugh. Oh gosh. Yeah, that was a thing. You guys have probably heard it if you've been on my channel, but I have this back and forth thing with my son and his sign where I hide it in his house. He finds it. He gets irritated and then he hides it in my house. Okay. Well, when they were up here, when my son was up here, they bought me this sign at the antique store and put it in plain view. Put it in plain view. And so when my daughter got here, they were looking at our hutch, which holds a lot of our glass pieces. And I was like, what is that? What is that? And yeah, so it was super hilarious. I thought she had brought it up and put it there, but she called her brother right then and there. And we were all laughing about it because no, they had left it here when they were here just the day before. And interestingly enough, I had my son's Live, Laugh, Love sign, and I gave it to his fiance to take home and hide it. And then they left this one at my house. Oh my gosh, it was like the battle of the signs. Super funny though. Anyway, so my sweet girl got here. They came a little bit late, yeah, because they had stopped off at the turtle rescue place that's further down the coast than we are. And so right when they got there, we headed straight over to Mama and Papa's for soup and bread. My husband had made some really yummy, it's called cheddar batter bread, and it was so good. and super good toasted. And then it was so stinking chilly. Let me just tell you, this is like the packaging from this lentil soup, and so I made it into a little pocket. This is just a piece of collage, a picture, a clipping, whatever that I put on here. And the background page is the actual page. I didn't paint it or anything like that. It comes from a journaling book. And so, yeah, when we got home, I think my husband, oh no, that's when we were looking at the glassware. Yeah, that was super funny. And then my husband stayed upstairs, so the girls and I sat on the dock for a bit, but it was so cold. So we're all sitting out there just bundled up in like what are they called? In blankets, blankets and quilts and crochet blankets, and we're all just bundled up out there. The girls had some hot cocoa, and they actually bundled up again and went out on a golf cart ride later on after I went to bed. I love it when our best girl is here. And then this day, oh my gosh, yeah. My husband had an unfortunate run in, like quite literally, with a raccoon and the car. Yes, he got up super early this morning. Actually, he didn't get up. He was supposed to get up super early this morning, and he didn't get up super late. It was just he got up like right around the time he was supposed to leave. This was his doctor's appointment that runs like 6 to 8 hours. And so he was supposed to go, and he did go. But then he was like, I don't know, like 10 minutes away, not even. And he calls me on the phone at 5 something, and he says that he was driving along, went into the roundabout. A raccoon came out in front of him. He swerved. He hit the inside of the roundabout, and it popped both of our tires. Yeah. Yeah. So that was fun. Then I had to go wake the girls up because I didn't know if we needed to go pick them up or what. Anyway, we got the car all sorted, but it was just like, my gosh, you've got to be kidding me right now. So, and he couldn't go to his doctor's appointment. So that was not good either. And anyway, my in laws graciously came to the rescue because they have AAA. We do have roadside assistance. We just haven't set it up yet. Yeah, we've had the car since August, but we just haven't set the roadside assistance up. So we've got to figure that out pretty soon. Anyway, my in-laws went and picked him up, had the car towed to the garage so that he could get the tires put on. What a nightmare. But while we were all up so early in the morning, we decided to go over to the beach, which is like a mile, not, I don't even know, like a mile away. It's like a 10-minute walk. We rode the golf cart though, but anyway, we got over there. I took Remington, and he just had so much fun. Like I put him down in the sand, and he was just pawing at shells and sniffing seaweed and just trying to run all over the place. He was having a ball and a half, which is odd because the first time we took him, he did not like it at all. He was scared. So yeah, I should take him again. But this is the three of us girls over there. Yeah, we were just thankful that no one was hurt, no one else was involved. Yeah, but Big Handsome couldn't go to his doctor's appointment, so that was slightly annoying. And there's Remington all happy at the beach. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep. Okay. And then I think they went out that day. I'm pretty sure. So yes, they did because they went wherever they went. They got some chocolate turtles for my husband. They had this was the day I don't know if this was the day actually that they went to this historic town. But anyway, either it was this day or this day. I'm not really sure. It doesn't really matter. I just documented that they did go out. So they had a lot of fun. And then later they came back. They got the beach chairs, the coolers, and they took off in the cart back to the beach. And then later they went out to dinner and they went out for a drink and they went to go play pool and had a great time together. And then this is my sweet daughter in downtown, I don't know, down like a historic area where it's not right by where we live, but anyway. So this was just beautiful. And yeah, my best girl. And then I spent most of my day, my husband was still not feeling well. He was still like, ill with his cough and everything. And, or did he go out? Oh no, he did go out. He was still coughing, but he did go out. The car was ready, so my daughter dropped him off. Oh, and then he had a THC doctor appointment. That's where he was. I thought he was on the couch, but no. He was out most of the day for that stuff. They dropped him off and then went for coffee. And then I think they went back over to the beach this day too. I'm pretty sure. I was just doing my Bible study like almost all day long. I was doing my Bible study. I think I had a lot of pages to catch up on because back here and when the kids were here, I wasn't doing my Bible study at night, so I had some catching up to do. Sometimes it takes me all day to get nothing done. That's so my life right now, like every day. And then my husband grilled steaks, and we went over to Mama and Papa's house, and my nephew and kids were there. So, yep. And then we came home, watched a show, and went to bed. The girls went out on a golf cart ride. And then the next day, my daughter wanted to go to an antique store, so she had already been to the antique store that we took my son to, and so we took her to another one that was just up the road some more. I did get up and do my walking, and then all four of us went out because her girlfriend was still there. But we did meet her mom up there because her mom came to pick her up to take her back home. Yeah, and we found these insulators. My daughter got me one, and my husband got me three other ones, and it was good to see my daughter's friend's mom because we grew up homeschooling together, and I haven't seen her in years and years. I mean, our kids have known each other since they were like 5. So anyway, and then later on, my daughter and I hung out on the dock just soaking up the sun. We got a little sunburnt. Wasn't too bad, but yeah. Because it was late in the afternoon when we were out there, but boy, oh boy, the sun was bright. And then after that, yeah, when we got home, my husband was knocked out. So he was on the couch falling asleep. And so my daughter and I went out and we were trying to catch the sunset, and there was some music on the Grand Canal here, so we went and listened to that for a little bit, and then we drove over to the restaurant that's in the community, and we had a very nice dinner together. And the restaurant brought back their clam chowder, which they hadn't had in a while, and yeah, so we were excited about that. So that was really, really nice. Oh, yeah, we also went out to lunch this day. Good grief. Yeah, on the way back from the antique store, my husband felt like Mexican food, so he called his parents because they love Mexican food. And so we all met at the Mexican restaurant and had lunch together. And we didn't, my daughter and I didn't go to dinner. I don't think we even finished it or dinner until like 9:30. Yeah, we went for a late dinner, but it was a lot of fun. And then my sweet girl left this day, and here's my puppy. It's not a very good picture. It's from my sprocket, which is not a very good thing because it's really old. And this is film, I think, that I got at like Goodwill's, so it just isn't good film, but I'm not going to waste the picture. So anyway, that's my Remington, and it just says, I just miss ya. And I sent that to my daughter. So I had some laughing cow cheese today, because that's important to document. Anyway, I filmed how to, the Just for Fun video, or the Just for Fun journal, which is this one here. So if you haven't seen it, it's in my recent videos. And then we met Ma and Pa in town for breakfast. Oh no, my daughter did. Okay, so she was leaving this morning. My husband started going downhill with the other part of his illness. So he still has his cough, but now, his chronic illness is ramping up, and so he was in a lot of pain. So my daughter went and met her grandparents for breakfast before she headed home, and I was in here because my husband was on the couch writhing in pain. So I was in here doing my journal stuff and filming, and I was, yeah, I was up late. Okay. And then the kids actually left this day to go down to the Keys. So as soon as my daughter made it home, she turned right back around and got right back in the car and headed, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours south of where she lives, um, to go to Key West, to go to a concert that my son's fiance got tickets for. My son, his favorite group, which is Guster, and so yeah, so they all went down there and made a weekend of it. So this is something I got offline. I just happened to really like what it said, love the image, so I printed it out. Here are some pictures that are just, private. And then I have a bunch of these old negatives. They are of my kids, but I have nothing to do with them because I do have the physical pictures. But anyway, so I use that to decorate the page. My daughter gave me this background tissue paper from a package she got. I got this in Happy Mail a long time ago. It's a piece of paper with gems all over it because that's what I call my kids. And this was them in Key West. They were having a really great time. And then poor Big Handsome is in high pain. He did go to the store because he got me some cherry alströmerias, which are my favorites. My favorites. This is a vinyl sticker about Key West, so I put that in there because that's where my kids were. Um, let's see. Oh, must have done another video. Yeah, I did another video of sorting and organizing my bits and bobs for my Just for Fun journal. I didn't feel like journaling. You get in those moods, you just don't feel like journaling, but you want to do something creative. That's where the junk journal for fun was born. Um, I did do my Bible study early. In case you're wondering, I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but I do a 365-day Bible study this year with Kanoi at Notes in Hughes, and we're following the Bible recap. So I'll put all those links below. Um, oh, I did order a pair of earrings from Matthew. And he is from Wicked Earth Jewelry, I believe. So I will leave his handles down below. He makes beautiful bracelets and really pretty earrings. And he happened to be on live, and I caught him live, and I'll put all of his information below. But they're beautiful. I'll show them to you next time. But I think it's stainless steel, but with moonstones, they're just gorgeous. So yeah, I saw them and I had to have them. So I'll leave all his information. He does sales all the time, I believe, on Instagram. And then this was actually the Inspired to Create number 4, and the word was spring. Okay, so what I used, this is from Messy Missy Creates and Allison from AJ's Inspired Life. So my kids had gone and gotten cheeky little tattoos without me. Yeah, I couldn't believe they did that when they were down in Key West. So I made this little tag, and the word was spring. So I think back here. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's see what I used. All right. So for S, I used stickers, right? All these different stickers, weekend, vacay, slay all day, the Key West skull. I love that one, and cute. So I used stickers. I used photo for the P, which of course were, my kids' photos. R was ribbon, which was this right here that I had gotten Happy Mail. I was for ink, which is another word for tattoo. And then N was for notepad, which behind here with this little gem right here is a notepad on top of the scrapbook paper. And then G was for gems, and that is who the pictures are of, my gems. So yeah, that was a lot of fun to do. I had an awesome time doing that. So that was a lot of fun. Okay, then this day here, this is when I opened Sweet Allison's Happy Mail. She had sent me a set of, it came from a planner of hers, but she had a set of Bible verses. So she cut them all off the planner paper and she sent them all to me in her sweet note on the back. And so, yeah. So I used one here and I've used them other places as well. So just made a little pocket here. This actually folded over. I had some of these almonds today and I just folded it over here, covered it up with some Smoosh paper. Yeah. Spoke to my aunt. These phones right here are actually down below in my free printables section of the description box if you're interested. I filmed my ramble session. My husband and I went to Bagel Break. This is another pad of paper from Allison that she sent me in another Happy Mail, in a different Happy Mail. So Big Handsome was feeling better, so we're always happy with that. Breakfast with Remy. Yeah, we took him to breakfast with us. I did some laundry. I filmed and spoke with my aunt, couch cuddles, and we watched basketball. We were watching the Elite Eight. And this here, don't ask me. So, how are you feeling? Any better? So, are you feeling any better? Because every single time I say no, I feel like I'm disappointing you. Yes. If you know, you know. That's all I'll say. If you know, you know. And so this goes in here. And this was some sweet and spicy chamomile tea that sweet Allison had sent me. It's so good. I need to find that. It is really good. This day I had so many calls to make. I only got halfway through. And I got my April journal made. So actually at the beginning of this month in March, I was 3 days late making my journal. Now I'm like a few days early making the journal for next time because I didn't want to be caught without a journal. This is the day that I actually created that tag for my kids, but it's back here instead of being here because I wanted to use it on the day that they got their tattoos, right? So there's that. And then it was super hot. Oh, Big Handsome made steak and mushroom quesadillas, yum, to take to Ma and Pa's for dinner. And my sister-in-law was there, so that was nice. Home to watch New Tricks, yes. And I didn't even do my Bible study this night because I was so tired. And I was on the phone for so long. Oh my gosh, so annoying. This is the very sad day that the tragedy happened in Nashville. So on this side, I have something that my daughter had put on her Instagram about it. This is also just private journaling in here. This has nothing to do with the Nashville thing. This has to do with my daughter. So anyway, so there's that. This is one of those pages that I don't journal on at all because it's just beautiful the way that it is. And I just put preserve your boundaries, I just put a verse or a quote on it. And then here is another quote that I found just to cover up the whole page, praying for our adult children, which is different than praying for your children that are little ones still. This day, my husband finally went to the doctor and no raccoons were in the way. And so I was up at 3 a.m., 4:30, 5 a.m. just to make sure that my husband was up and ready to go to his doctor's appointment. And so he went without incident. So that was really good. So many mosquitoes out. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I took Remy for his walk because his dad usually takes him. My husband usually takes him in the mornings, but he wasn't here. So I worked all morning in this journal catching up on pages. Oh my goodness. This is something I got offline as well with just a little prayer card in the back for somebody. I gave Remington, did I give Remington a bath? No, I don't know if he had a bath this day or not. Yeah, he might have. Anyway, I called my dad's retirement thing. My father, if you didn't know, he passed away in the summer. And we've been dealing with the beneficiary stuff, retirement stuff ever since. And the company that we're working with is absolutely horrible. My father would have a fit if he knew what was going on. So I have spent many hours on the phone over the last 7 months to try to get this stuff straightened out. And nobody can tell me what's going on. It's very annoying. So we had chicken cottage pie at Mama and Papa's with our sister in law as well this night. And then I was off to finish my reading. Wednesday, the 29th, coffee on the dock. It was nice and breezy. Went for my walk. And I listened to Kanoi's video because I'm ahead of where she is in reading. So I can listen to her lesson while I'm walking because I've already done the reading and my own note taking. So anyway, so that's nice. Poor Big Handsome, he's feeling poorly again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he was feeling a little bit better, I thought. But yeah, he's not feeling good this day. Yeah, I wish his body could find a rhythm. It's just all over the place. So I worked in my room all day long again, catching up. And then I thought some would remain empty, but believe it or not, I went back, like this page here was empty. Some of these pages back here I thought were empty. I don't know. Yeah, some of the pages were just like this. I didn't do anything with. This was empty. So some of the pages I did go back right before filming these and filled them in. Yeah, I worked in my room all day listening to praise and worship music while I worked. And yeah, just with everything that's been going on in the world, it, in our nation, it's just my heart was so troubled this day. And yeah, so that's what I'm writing about here. Just just bombarded on social media with ignorance, and it's just sad. But anyway, neither here nor there. But Big Handsome made stroganoff for dinner, and we had my sister-in-law and her daughter, which is our niece, and her kids were there. So yeah, and then it was just home, show, and bed. And then this is, what I put on this page here, because this is how I was feeling. And then here, I love naan bread. Oh my gosh. My husband gets these when they're on sale. And the caramelized onion ones are so good. I love them. So I sent Rebecca Hoot her Happy Mail that I wanted to send out to her. So I really hope it gets to her. And then this is just a simple, collage from a magazine because I did not have a whole lot to write about. We didn't really do much of anything today. We went to haircuts. I went to go send the package. We just, went and did grocery shopping and stuff like that. So that was pretty much it. And then Friday, the last day of the month, I received the sweetest Happy Mail from my dear friend Perrette. She's just beautiful. We have sent things back and forth, not very much recently, but in past years, I mean, oh gosh, probably since 2016, 2017, I have some beautiful handmade artwork of hers, and I just love it. I love it. So I had sent her a card just to say that I was thinking about her and praying for her, and she sent me this really sweet Happy Mail, so that just really brightened my day. Just so thankful for her. And I walked, I did my Bible study in the morning this time, received Perette's Happy Mail, sweet Happy Mail, and called this stupid company again for the umpteenth time, 7 months going. I mean, like, I literally, like, I call them at least once a week, if not more. I email them. It is crazy. It is crazy. So yeah, that's what I did. But I got my stuff done early this day. So I walked again and I listened again to Knoy's lesson again because I'm ahead in reading. And so I can go ahead and listen to her because I've already done the reading. And then I did my reading in the afternoon or like in the morning, I guess, when I got home from walking because just in case I was too tired. This month has really tuckered me out. And so I've been trying to kind of like do my reading in the morning or in the afternoon rather than waiting until the evening. Because a lot of times I'm just super tired. So, yeah, I just got done early catching up in my book. and catching up in my Bible reading. And so, yeah, I just relaxed on the couch with my husband. He's just still been in high pain. We don't know what is going on. He's been doing so much better. So we're just stumped as to what's going on. I had a fish patty for dinner and I made this what is it called? Aioli, and a garlic aioli, yeah, and it was so salty. I mean, I followed the ingredients, I followed the recipe, but no, I won't make that again. And then I went to bed and watched some YouTube. And then that's the end. Now, this here, inside her card here, I have a picture of all the different things she sent me. She's just so sweet. And yeah, and it's also a pocket in case I want to write more and put in there. I can do that, and it's kind of like hidden journaling. And then the back here is nothing. This is the vellum piece. In here I do have a pocket, but I don't have anything in it. This will remain blank, and this now, my 49th journal since 2015, is done and dusted, can go on its shelf. And not only that, I don't think I can reach it because I'm wearing these things. One moment. And now I'm ready. Let me get these things back on, just in case. And wait, what's going on here? They're in the wrong ear. Okay. And now I have an April journal all ready to go. This is actually something we just found on our walk today, this morning. So isn't that funny? My husband was like, oh, do you want this for your journal? I said, yeah, sure. I can hang it on the side. Something for fishing. It's like a bobber or something. I don't really know. But anyway, this is all ready to go now. Number 50. Yep. So exciting. It is such a happy feeling to get a journal completed, ready to go on the shelf. I love doing these flip throughs. I hope you enjoy them too. I love going back and just kind of reliving the month and all of that, even though this month was kind of like a sick month. But we did have, great visits with our kids. We had 3 visits with our kids just in one month. We went down and visited them at the beginning of the month. Then my son and his fiance came up and visited for the weekend. And then we had my daughter here for her spring break. So it was fabulous, Yeah, it was fabulous. So let me know if you guys can hear any better. I do have my earbuds in. I should have said that at the beginning. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope you look forward to the next flip throughs that I do or the next videos that I do. The best way that you can do that to know when the next video comes up is to hit that subscribe button. Throw me a thumb either which way. It doesn't matter to me. But yeah, hit that notification. No, if you want notifications sometimes, whenever YouTube feels like throwing them out there, you can hit that notification bell. So yeah, I will thank you again for your time. I know it's precious, and I just thank you so much that you choose to spend it with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you all real soon. Bye for now.